9 most unusual twins that actually exist. The Maguire twins. These twins were professional wrestlers and they hold the Guinness Book of World Records for being the world's heaviest twins. Billy weighed 723 pounds and Benny weighed a staggering 745 pounds. Born in Hendersonville, North Carolina, the twins began using the stage name Maguire, as it was easier for ring announcers to pronounce. They gained popularity as tag team wrestlers and in carnival stunt shows. Unfortunately, Billy passed at the age of 32 years old due to a motorcycle accident and Benny passed away 21 years after due to heart failure. Kins and Jinzan. Japan's oldest twins Kin Narita and Jin Kanei became natural celebrities in Japan when they reached 100 years old. Despite being over 100 years old, their health and liveliness was still said to be ideal for living during the sunset years. Their names literally translated from Japanese to English mean gold and silver. They were born in 1892 and they lived until their 107 to 108 years old. Double Trouble comes in at number 8. These identical twins gave birth on the same day and just 2 hours apart. Actually, Nelson and her sister Amy both gave birth on New Year's Eve at the same hospital, and no, it wasn't induced or planned. This is not random even. Though these twins are best friends, they don't really do things together and they definitely didn't plan on giving birth the same day. Different age. Number 7 brings us to the longest age difference between twins Maria and Jones. Elliot's water broke when she was at 23 weeks pregnant. Doctors told her the chances of her twin surviving would be significantly low, so in order to give them the best possible chance for survival, one twin was removed from the moon and put into an incubator, while the other stayed into the womb miraculously. Both children survived. One of them was born 4 months prematurely and the other was born 87 days later. So, one twin is 87 days older. The Silent Twins comes in at number 5. Dean identical twin sisters. They made a childhood promise to cut themselves off from the rest of the world and only communicated with each other through a secret language. The secret language they created just for themselves. It gets worse as the twins did a 5-week spree of vandalizing stuff and arson. They would just light up things on fire and they became the youngest patients at Britain's high-security psychiatric hospital, where they were detained there for 11 years. Identical twins. The world's most identical twins are Lucy and Auntie DeSink, who have the same cosmetic surgery, shared a job and refused to be separated even for more than just an hour. It's just not going to happen for them. They begin their day by showering together, putting on matching outfits, consume the exact same number of calories and exercise for the same amount of time. But it gets even more stranger than that. They share the same boyfriend. It seems the guy is the luckiest boyfriend ever and they actually want to both marry him. Biracial twins. Making its way onto this list at number 3, Lucia Maria Elma are twins, but they look nothing alike. They don't even look like they're related to each other. One has straight orange hair and a fair complexion with blue eyes and the other trans curly haired and darker skin and brown eyes. These sisters were born looking like nothing alike, because their parents came from 2 different racial backgrounds. So, when they tell people that they're twins, no one believes. Conjoined twins. Abigail and Brittany Hensel proved doctors wrong when they survived through trials birth and they are now living in their 20s. They share one body that is fused at the torso, but they have separate vital organs. Each twin has a separate heart, stomach, spine, lungs and spinal cord, but each twin controls half of the body, operating only one arm. So, learning how to crawl and walk was extremely difficult for them, but they're very coordinated and they even drive and they can play the piano. The piano is very hard to play and then you're coordinating the whole thing. Jim twins. These are 2 men who were separated at birth and adopted by separate families who coincidentally named them both the Jim. Even though they were separated at birth, they've lived a very parallel and similar life. Both of them were adopted in Ohio and they grew up 45 miles from each other. They had childhood dogs, they both named them Toy. Both were married twice and their first wife was named Linda and their second wife was named Betty. They both had children who they named James. They both were chain smokers, drove a Chevy and they served as sheriffs in separate Ohio counties.